Good morning, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I am Marty Johnston. I'm the acting assistant city manager. It's been my responsibility to help coordinate some of the overall city efforts. Certainly there are people that have been in the nitty-gritty of this that deserve a lot more credit than me standing up here. Police in particular, they've been working for months and months and months, along with a lot of the city services. We just sort of wanted to get everybody here today to give an update and let everybody know we're ready. Rock and roll's coming, whether we're ready or not, but I'm proud to say that city staff has worked really, really hard to make sure that we are all prepared and that we have as little disruption as we can. When I say that, 23,000 runners in our city, everybody needs to know there's going to be some disruption. I hear rumors that we've already got runners staying in town early this week to see our beautiful city, which is great for us. That's people in our restaurants, people in our hotels, people seeing our beautiful city, and we're very proud of that. However, come Saturday morning and Friday night, when we get ready to have 23,000 people run at least 13 miles, some of them 26 miles, we want to make sure our residents know we're going to do everything we can to have as little disruption, but there will be disruption. We are closing down some streets. There'll be some rerouting of Capt buses. There will be some difficulty, particularly getting in our downtown area early in the morning. But there will also be people staying in our hotels and people eating in our restaurants and people enjoying our city. So I think for one morning, we're hoping everybody will take it in stride, get out and cheer the runners, show off our beautiful city throughout the week, answer any questions any of our visitors have about Savannah. We're really excited to show our city off and excited to have the event here. We do have a couple of technical things and a couple things we want to make sure that everybody knows about what's going on. So I'd like to introduce a few people to give you some details and data that may be of interest to you. The first person I want to introduce is Joe Marinelli. Joe is the executive director of Visit Savannah. They were instrumental in getting this all here and bringing this to our city, along with a lot of partners within the community, the county, the city, the trolley systems, all of that. Joe will talk about that, but we owe a lot of thanks for him to getting an event like this to us on a weekend when it's sort of slow for us in Savannah. So let me introduce Joe.
Thanks, Marty. Sure. Good morning, everybody. Well, it was a little over 2 years ago. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I have to
just keep going. It was a little over 2 years ago when Visit Savannah and the Greater Savannah Sports Council began working with the folks at the competitor group about bringing this event to Savannah. This is very special for both the competitor group and for Savannah because this type of an event has not been done here before. And we are very, very excited about the opportunity that it brings for us. It's really been a terrific cooperation, as Marty said, between city staff, county staff, the police department, partners at Capt, and on and on and on, working together to make this weekend possible. Certainly showcasing our city is all of our goals. The types of folks that will be coming into our city, about 23,000 runners total. They'll bring with them another 2.3 people along with them. As a competitor group, folks like to say, running a marathon is a life experience, and so the runners will be bringing their friends and family with them. The overall economic impact projected for this event is over $25 million over the course of the 3 days. So something very special. It's an opportunity for us to open our arms and welcome people, not only from all over the country, all 50 states, but from 31 different countries around the world. So we're very excited about that. The city looks great. The weather forecasts are all very, very positive. I know that our hotel friends are thrilled. Hotels are filled throughout the metropolitan area. I've talked to people in Hilton Head, Brunswick, St. Simons Island, Jekyll Island. Hotel sales are very, very high in those areas as well. Restaurants throughout Savannah are projecting sellout days on Friday and Saturday and into Sunday. And a lot of our area tours and attractions are also very booked up for the weekend. So we're very excited about the showcase for this city. These are the kinds of folks that not only will visit here, but they'll come back, they'll tell their friends and families, and hopefully when they come back, they'll buy homes and bring their businesses here, and we think that that's all very, very positive. So thanks for this opportunity, and we'll be available for questions afterwards. Thank you.
We'd like to get into a few of the technical aspects to sort of tell you where we do think may be some problem areas, and to give our citizens some warning about ahead of time so that everybody will be prepared. I know that if you come into I-16, you've seen the signs out on I-16 that talk about what will be closed, ways to avoid getting in a traffic jam downtown. I know those that travel on the Truman Parkway have seen the signs out for about a week that the Truman Parkway will be closed. I can tell you I'm really proud of our citizens. We've had very few questions about things like that. We have had questions from a lot of runners about where's the best place to get the most carb and protein on Friday and even Saturday night. So I would imagine the sale of dry pasta or cooked pasta is going to go up tremendously this weekend. Would be an interesting statistic to find out. But I do want to do a few things here about what will be some of our areas that we would recommend maybe you avoid or give you some information about. So I would like to introduce Sean Brandon, who is in charge of parking and mobility, and Sean's going to talk about what's going to happen in the downtown area. Sean.
Thank you, Marty. We are very much looking forward to all of the runners coming in, but we still have operations. There will be businesses open in the preceding Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we want to make sure we accommodate them. So I'll start downtown workers. We will guarantee spots to all workers currently with cards in garages. That's about 3,000 workers downtown. We will guarantee their spots up until 8 a.m. Now, after 8 a.m., that doesn't mean everything's going to instantly fill up, but it does mean we will start letting other parkers into the garage on that Thursday and Friday. So I need workers to understand, if you normally come in about 8:39, you may want to come in just a little bit earlier, just so that you can beat that crowd and get in under the time so that you can be guaranteed the space in the garage. If for any reason you are bumped from a garage that becomes full, we will allow you to park on street or in another garage, no charge. So for our downtown workers, I think we've got you covered. Saturday morning, I think everyone understands that access to downtown is going to be somewhat limited. All garages will be 24 hours operating. However, I need people to understand parking north of Broughton Street is going to be limited and difficult. So we are recommending, if you're coming in to downtown that Saturday morning, please route to the Liberty Street parking garage, the Robinson Street parking garage, and the Visitor Center parking lots. I would also say, if you can avoid driving altogether and use one of the shuttles or use Chatham Area Transit, I would recommend that as your first choice. I'll also say, as garages fill up Saturday, we will instruct staff to direct all of those vehicles to garages where we know we still have capacity. We'll be doing that all morning until we don't have capacity anymore, which I actually do anticipate to happen. I would also say Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, a lot of people are focusing on Saturday morning, but Thursday and Friday, we do know we're going to have a pronounced uptick in vehicles in and around downtown. Our discussions with the hotels, most of them have a lot of their guests coming in that Thursday. So I would just anticipate things to be running a little bit slower, moving, but moving a little bit slower. And so I would ask for everyone's patience during that time, and to, if you see a runner out, go up, say hi to them, ask them where they're from, and sort of solidify our reputation as the hostess city. I'll now turn it back over to Marty.
One thing Sean didn't mention, he's talking about the downtown area, is that we will have residential streets that we will ask some residents to remove their cars for race day to park in an alternative lot. All of those residents should have gotten a door hanger that says, on race day, please park your car in an alternative parking lot. Unfortunately, for the safety of the runners, come race day morning, if a car is not off the route, we will have to tow that car. So we want to make sure that everybody knows ahead of time, if you're used to parking on your street in front of your house and your house is on the race route, please help us out by removing your car the night before or early that morning. So that's one less thing that we have to worry about. Next, I would like to introduce Patrique Lindahl with Chatham Area Transit. There are going to be some adjustments in bus routes. We want to make sure everybody that's used to catching a bus catches a bus and gets to where they need to go, and he's got those route changes.
Thank you. Good morning. This is, of course, a very exciting time for us. There will be quite a bit of inconvenience, so we ask for our passengers to have patience. Our aim is to maintain a functional service for Savannah and Chatham area. And as such, what we've done is we've created a transfer point down at MLK and Anderson where the west side and the south side buses will arrive to. On the other side, we're running a small shuttle service that gets people closer into downtown, so those working into downtown will be able to get closer to downtown on Jefferson and Jones. The east side, we will be bringing buses into Oglethorpe and Gwinnett, and we'll run also shuttle services in, since the race track is sort of traversing the city. So we're trying to maintain a functional service throughout the day. We're saying from early in the morning to approximately 3 o'clock is when we hope to be able to go back to our normal Saturday service. Clearly, we're not going to be able to hold a timetable. However, we will try to guarantee a frequency on all parts of the city so that the riders will be able to get to where they need to go. I do have information packages back here for all of you with details. We have provided this to the competitor group. We have it on our own website. We will also post notices on the bus stops that are temporarily suspended for the day, where will also be noted where the closest bus stop is where the passenger can pick up the bus. And we want to thank the neighborhood associations who have been very cooperative in getting the information out to the residents in the community. And we hope that we will be able to, again, provide a very solid service for the day, even though we know that there's going to be great difficulties. So, thank you.
Thank you. Now, let me tell you, before we even got the race here in Savannah confirmed, our local police department was working with the competitor group to assure that it was something that could be done in Savannah, something that police felt they could handle and manage in Savannah. And they have diligently been working on this ever since. David Gay with SERIC has been instrumental in scheduling police. Major Talbert has helped to oversee everything that has gone on to put this together. It's taken a lot of work because we have two things. We want to keep runners safe, but we want to keep our neighborhoods safe, and we want to make sure that people have as little disruption as possible. And the police have done a great job. I'd like to introduce Captain Mike Wilkins, who I think will be on the downtown part of the course.
Actually, the entire
That Mike will oversee the whole course to talk a little bit about road closures and that kind of thing. Mike.
First off, the race is going to impact Savannah very significantly. You're talking about a large number of people coming in. This is the most significant sporting event that Savannah has ever seen. What we need to keep in mind is that despite this event coming into Savannah, our primary focus, regardless of all this, is public safety. Public safety of not only the runners, but we need to provide the same level of service that we always provide to the runners and to the public that we serve every day. So we have already made adjustments. The adjustments that we have planned, all 5 precincts have made those adjustments, and we're moving that plan into place for Saturday morning, and we'll have that in place so that there'll be a continuation of services, and there'll be no interruption in services as we go forward. What we want to stress is that road closures will start very early. If you plan on running the race, you need to get down here early in the morning. Road closures in some cases will start at 4:30 in the morning. The race will start on time. If you're not in your designated area, it will start anyway. At 7:30 a.m. the race is going to start. What is important is Savannah is a colonial city. It wasn't built for traffic. Downtown Savannah, if you try to get downtown, it may become gridlock. Realize that parking is going to be very limited. We're trying to force as much as we can towards the shuttle services. Parking is very limited. With 23,000 runners, it's just not enough parking in the downtown area. Shuttle services from, I believe it's Savannah Mall is the way to go at this point. The public safety will dictate that we try to push as much out of the downtown area in terms of parking as possible. That's all I've got at this point. Any questions or anything I can handle after the briefing? Specific road closures can be obtained from runrockandroll.com. Don't have anything else.
From the beginning, this takes support from the top of the organization down. I will tell you that our elected officials have supported this event from the beginning. They see the long-range plan. They understand the value of bringing so many visitors into our city for a weekend like this. I can't think of a better way for our mayor to end his mayoral career but on an event of this caliber, because I think this is a testament to everything that he stood for in his 8 years. I'd like to introduce Mayor Otis Johnston.
Good morning, everybody. It's just amazing that it wasn't too long ago that we were on a stage back here announcing this great event. And I want to thank the competitor group and Visit Savannah and the Chamber of Commerce and everybody that's been involved in putting this together. This is the largest event in the history of the city of Savannah, and I think that it's going to be a very outstanding event. We definitely want to show off Savannah so that this site will become a regular site for the Rock and Roll Marathon. When you think about the economic impact to this city and to this region, it is well worth our while to make sure that when our visitors come, that they are accommodated and that they have a good time while they're here. So I want to thank the city staff, especially Marty and her crew, and the police department and others who have worked so hard to make this happen. Sean Brannon putting all of the traffic routes together, and the Capt for working on the shuttles. There have been so many different people that I can't call them all, and you always err when you start naming names. But I just want to give a great shout out to everybody who has made this possible. And we will probably see folk already coming in today if they're not already coming in, and we just expect to have a great event. So I will see you at the starting line on Saturday morning for this spectacular event. Thank you very much.
Mayor Johnston, like the rest of us, will have to get up very early so that he can make sure he gets down here in time for the start on Saturday.